Yo everyone, welcome to Amps, Pedals and Pickups. My name's Nathan, and today we're going to be checking out Clairvoyant from the Modern Metal Songwriter. It's Saturday morning, time for some chugs. Let's get into it. Now, something different I'm doing for this one, I haven't seen any of the reviews. I've seen the flurry of videos on the internet about it. I'm on the Facebook page. Ironically, I joined like a week or so ago. Everyone seems to be loving this amp sim. I've never heard it. I've just plugged my guitar in. I'm going to do it live for the first time. Let's check it out. Right, let's start flicking through some of the presets. Mate, how this has some force to it, you can tell. So one thing I noticed straight away, that gate is clamping down pretty hard. Let's loosen it up a bit. Yeah, around there. (2010's Metalcore) sounds about right. Hang on a second. This is not the guitar for that. Give me a sec. Alright, that guitar was in drop D. This is in drop A sharp, and even with Sims and the fractal units, I usually have to do a bit of pushing and pulling to make this sound good. So let's check it out. Same patch, 2010 Metalcore. Let's see how it sounds just with this bad boy in drop A sharp. This is a ESP, well, LTD EC1000, but it's got bare knuckle pickups there, so high quality pickups. Oof, this has got what you want in a modern metal sim. How good is this? Let me take a look at the pedal that's going on here. All right. Gain, tone, mix. Let's juice up the level a little bit. So this would be the OD pedal hitting the front of the amp. So listen to those chugs. Let's take it off. A bit bassier, a bit less like genty, if you want to call it that. That's that purr that you want. I do need to keep upping the noise gate a bit. Man, this has to be one of the best modern metal sounding sims I've ever heard. This is so good. This is doing something that the others can't, and yes, I've used Neural, I've used all of them. I don't know if this is just like a breath of fresh air or if they're doing some wizardry going on here, but man, I knew there was something special about it. I knew that the flurry of stuff going on, yeah, it was interesting. Let's go through some more presets. Let's check it out. Alright, I've just reinitialized everything. I want to walk through the suite itself, because you've got a whole bunch of different options here. I couldn't find what amps everything's based off on. It must just be their interpretation, or maybe there's some more literature, but I couldn't see anything on the website. Let's take a look at the effects pedals you get with it. So overdrive, fuzz, lo-fi, that's very interesting. I want to try that out. Delay, reverb, awesome stuff. This is definitely going to cover a lot of ground here. Low, medium, heavy, good stuff. And an IR loader, that seems very, very cool. Super handy. Man, who are these guys? Where's this coming from? Tilt EQ, that's genius. That's like a little trick that I like to do every now and then, because sometimes I dial things in a little bit brighter and then I just have to tilt it the other way or vice versa. So that's actually very handy having them there. Oversampling, I really like that they have oversampling in their plugin. I think every plugin coming out these days should have oversampling. I'll just, you know, give it a nudge in 2 times. So let's check it out. Let's check out what the low amp can do. Pretty nice delay, slap a reverb on after. Let's turn off the OD pedal. Make this a bit brighter. Let's do that tilt a little bit. Not bad. Let's turn all this effects off. Let's move on to the medium. This gain is sitting in an area that I don't particularly like. It just, to me, this just sounds like a really undergained 5150 sort of sound. I know you can stack pedals to get something nice happening here. It's not really my ballpark, so let's reduce the gain and see what it sounds like even with even less going on. That's a little bit better for me. Like, it just sort of cleans up that mud, and I typically don't like a fuzz sort of sounding distortion, so I guess that's this is probably in the same ballpark as that. But we're not listening to this plugin for this kind of thing. Let's go all the way up to heavy. That is just so crushing. This one amp, this heavy amp, is the whole... If you get one thing, this amp absolutely crushes. Turn on this OD pedal. That is so good. I mean, listen to this. That's just so good. That's like everything I want out of an amp and a mixed tone in one. I still hard to believe how good this sim is. I think I saw that was Fluffs. Okay, so this is Fluffs Presets. Let's check it out. It better not be bad fluff. You better done me good here. Oof, the way that it just cuts there when it stops. Mate, this thing has sustain for days. Listen to this. The way that that breaks up with the delay and reverb is very, very soundscapey and nice. Sounds like I'm doing one of those Midwest emo things where someone's yelling in the background and you're just sort of playing that ambient stuff underneath.
You are everything that's gone wrong in this world. You're a self-consumed, no talent, mediocre piece of shit. And I've earned my right to say it. Okay? I had killed 1,000 people who built Red. In 1975, I walked Bob Dylan up on stage. Who the fuck are you? I knew the Grateful Dead from 1966! Who the fuck are you?
Was the tilt EQ. Let's just take a look at this sim. Imagine if I do the tilt EQ, it's going to make things brighter. You can see the left side represents the bass, right is the treble. This should be infinitely brighter. So if you land yourself on a bright tone, you just want to level things out, boom. That's a really nice way of doing a tilt instead of like having to reshape the pedals there, because you might like the contouring, the way that you're handling the mids there, but you just want to change the overall character. This tilt is very, very handy. I didn't know I wanted a tilt EQ in an amp sim until I saw it here from Clairvoyant. Enhance, I'm not too sure what that does. If you know what the enhance does, leave a comment below. In fact, if you have any information about their modeling choices for these amps or like the background on these guys, would love to know about it because they've done a fantastic job here. I'd like to know more about it. This is a very, very good sim for this guitar, this kind of drop A sharp, drop G sharp tuning. It can be a little bit hard with traditional amps. Like people just think you can get a Mesa Boogie, chuck a low tuned guitar into it. It's going to flub out, sound disgusting. That's when you need to start shaping things with pedals. You start buying pedals, start looking at sims, all that kind of stuff. And using this is a bit of a cheat code. I think STL Tone Hub is probably the only other thing that I could plug this guitar into and get this kind of sound. But this does that thing better than that thing. And out of all the sims I've tried, for this one particular ultra modern Ghost Inside sort of sound, Clairvoyant massively takes the cake on this one so far. Well done here. It's been like half an hour and I'm still drinking this. So there's our Saturday morning chug fest with Clairvoyant. All I gotta do now is whip up some sweet little demos that I'm gonna put on here. But man, this thing sounds absolutely fantastic. Like I said before, if anyone has any more information about Clairvoyant, like where these guys have come from, their philosophy in designing this amp sim, I would really love to know. And for like a first amp sim, as far as I can tell from this company, knocked it out of the park. This is amazing. I got this on trial. I've just started the trial. I got it for 2 weeks. If I keep using this, I'm going to pick it up. I really like what they're doing here. If you have any questions or comments about Clairvoyant, chuck them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to join our Discord channel, talk about mixing, guitar tones, all that good stuff, I'll leave a link to the Discord below. As always, if you stick around to the end of the video, thank you very much. Thanks for watching, as always, and I'll catch you on the next one.